Hi everyone, welcome back to RAW.FPL. So in this one, it's the Game Week 3 team selection. So I'll quickly go over how I did in Game Week 2, which, to be honest, it wasn't too bad. I obviously captained Haaland, so that went really well. He's got the hat-trick. Salah continues to deliver, but there are some issues starting to crop up in my team. So I'll go over some of the issues and some of my transfers. I have actually done another early transfer. I don't really like doing them so early, but just at this point in the season, I just think squad value is so important. So yeah, I'll discuss that. So if you do like this one, please do drop a like and please hit subscribe if you're new. And let's jump into it. So game week 2 then, yeah, 74 points, and yeah, it wasn't too bad. It could have gone a lot better, but yeah, it could have gone a lot worse. So currently, I'm kind of thinking the Salah and Haaland draft is actually doing pretty well, but it's obviously quite hard to know because obviously Palmer's doing pretty well now. Saka and Son are still consistently doing pretty well. So yeah, it's quite hard to tell, but I do quite like having both Haaland and Salah in the draft. So yeah, starting goal anyway, Henderson. The Palace defence doesn't look as good as it did at that back in last season, but I'm just going to continue to hold him. I'm not going to spend another transfer because it just feels like I'm chasing transfers right now. I don't really have the luxury to transfer another goalkeeper in. And to be honest, there's not really many goalkeepers that I quite like the look of apart from Raya. And, that would be another million to do it. So, yeah, I'm just going to hold Henderson until a wild card. I still haven't really decided when I'm going to wild card yet. I tend to try and kind of wait a bit longer. But we'll see because there are some kind of issues cropping up, which I'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, Henderson, he continues to blank. Guardiola, now they did concede, and they conceded really early on. A lot of people are like selling him, but I don't think he's really a priority to sell at all because West Ham, Brentford, two really good fixtures, and then Arsenal, obviously not the best fixture, but then even Newcastle, they're not doing that well at the moment, and then you've just got all this green here. So yeah, if you've got Guardiola, I'd look to keep hold of him. I mean, to be honest, I don't really know who else they're going for because maybe like Arsenal defenders, but they've got Spurs, then Man City, and then look, their fixtures aren't brilliant from a defensive point of view. So yeah, I think Guardiola just keep hold of him. I don't think you need to sell him, to be honest. And then my new transfer, Mazarawi, still don't know how you say his name, but yeah, he did get the assist, and he would have got obviously another point had Brighton not scored in the last minute. So yeah, I kind of took a punt on him. Robinson does seem to be the kind of the sensible option, but I just thought I didn't really see where's Fulham. Yeah, I didn't really see Fulham get a clean sheet against Leicester. Ipswich, I mean it's a away game. I do actually think Ipswich will probably score then, so I can't really see a clean sheet against West Ham or Newcastle or Forest. Definitely not against City and Villa. So with Robinson, yeah, I mean there's definitely attacking potential, which he got the assist as well. But yeah, I just think I took a bit of a chance there. So yeah, 4 points. And then this is where the problems start. So Lewis Hall, I needed him to start really, and he was benched. I don't know why. He was benched and Kelly played instead. So he's definitely potentially an issue, which again I'll discuss in the next section. But Lewis Hall comes on for the 1-pointer. And then Fass, absolute legend. Solanke, he got injured, and I'd already done a transfer because I needed to get rid of who was I need to get rid of? Oh, it was Kwanzaa. Yeah, I had to get rid of Kwanzaa. So I already done my transfer. Then Solanke got injured. I didn't want to do a -4. A lot of people went for Munez at Fulham, but I just didn't think it was worth a -4 because I wanted Solanke back, when he's fit. So I opted to play fast, just hoping that he was going to get a header, and he did. So yeah, it was pretty lucky really. But yeah, fast with the 7 points, and he's actually risen in price now to 4.1. So yeah, we have got good fixtures coming up as well. But yeah, I mean that's pretty lucky really. The time I played fast, he actually went and got a header. So yeah, fast with the 7 points. Odegaard continues to disappoint, but he should have scored. It was so, he absolutely skied it when he should have scored then. And he's got okay fixtures coming up. Brighton, I expect him to score. Spurs will probably score. Man City, that can kind of go in any way really. And then they've got Leicester, Southampton, Bournemouth. So happy to keep hold of him. Another option I was debating was downgrading Nkunku to Rodgers and then upgrading Odegaard to Saka, but I just didn't think it was worth a -4, so I've kept Odegaard for now, and yeah, potentially in the future I'll get rid of him, but I'm happy to have him for now. And Nkunku, so he's another issue. It just feels like I've got issues after issue. Obviously, Kwanzaa, he didn't start, so I had to get rid of him. Solanke's now injured, but I'm just deciding to bench him now, to be honest. Lewis Hall's now benched and Nkunku's now benched. So yeah, it's not gone ideal. And I just think Nkunku, if you do have a transfer, I mean, these fixtures are so good as well. It's just a bit annoying. And he could start. That's the problem. We don't know. We just don't know if he's going to start or not. But yes, 7 minutes played, and they've just got so many players, and Chelsea do. So yeah, I mean, I would like to keep him, but I just think he's a it's going to be a benching headache every time. So I've opted to transfer out Nkunku, which I'll show you in the team selection, just in the next section. But yeah, Nkunku, I think if you can get rid of him, options, I think you could go for definitely Rodgers seems a sensible one. He's only 5.1 mil at Villa, and Villa have got they've got pretty good fixtures coming up. So yeah, definitely like the look of Rodgers. Let's have a look. So yeah, he's got Leicester, Everton, Wolves, Ipswich next. Even Man U's not too bad, and then Fulham and Bournemouth. So yeah, I like the look of Rodgers. He's played 90 minutes of both of them as well. So yeah, I think Rodgers, he seems the obvious pick. I've gone for someone a bit rogue, which I'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, I think Rodgers, Smith Rowe, if you've not got him as well, I think he's a good replacement for Nkunku. But yeah, that's Nkunku 1 point, Smith Rowe on 10. So he's kind of showing that he probably was the best 5.5 to go for, and he's risen in price now, I believe, as well. Yeah, it's 5.6 now, and again, good fixtures there. If you don't have Smith Rowe, again, Nkunku to Smith Rowe seems pretty logical. And then Salah, as I said, Salah and Haaland, they're both kind of matching each other, both on 24 points, I believe. So yeah, they look good. Obviously, they do take up quite a lot of budget, but I'm happy to have both of them. And I've captained the right one both times. So far, so good in the captain department. Not so good in, having so many benching nightmares. But yeah, Salah, again, get another goal. And his fixtures are pretty good. We know how good he is against Man United as well. Then he's got Forest, Bournemouth, both home games. So he could definitely be a captain there. And then we've got Haaland. Yeah, I mean, he just does what Haaland does, doesn't he? 3 goals, 17 points, and he's now got West Ham and Brentford. So, yeah, I'd be pretty nervous if I didn't have Haaland. If you can get him in for a -4, I mean, I don't think he necessarily needs to do it now. I'd probably just wait and roll the transfer. But if you can, try and get him in sooner rather than later, I mean, look at these fixtures here. You're definitely going to want him. So just get maybe a plan in the back of your mind how you're going to get Haaland. And then Isak, 2 points, blank again. Loads of people are kind of panicking about him, but the Southampton game, he played, most of the game with 10 men, and he still got an assist. And then there was a 1-1 against Bournemouth. So I think with Isak, I can see why people are getting like Havertz, but for me, I just think give him a few more weeks because, yeah, he does still seem like a good pick to me. I think people are just, there's 2 games, and one of those games he had 10 men. So yeah, I think just Isak, just keep hold of him and see how it goes. And then yeah, as I said, the bench not ideal. So Kwanzaa didn't start, so I've had to get him out. Hall's now not started. Nkunku's now not starting. Barco's gone off to Seville, so we're gonna have to sort that out. And then Solanke's injured. So yeah, quite a few issues. So in the grand scheme of things, actually, yeah, I'm doing all right really. 74 points, beat the average again. So yeah, let's move on to game week 3 because there's quite a lot to talk about. Okay, so looking on to game week 3, and we start with the same back line. So we've got Henderson in net. Not really expecting anything, to be honest, but I'm just kind of hoping for a few save points there. As I said, I don't really want to waste a transfer. I've got too many fires to put out right now. So Henderson, he'll stay, and he's just going to kind of sit and forget. And yeah, we'll see what he does against Chelsea. As I said, I'm not really expecting much there. So yeah, Henderson net, Guardiola, again, I'm happy to have him. I don't really know why people are kind of selling him loads. I think Guardiola, if you've got him, you keep him. So yeah, I'm happy to play him against West Ham. Definitely, opportunity for a clean sheet there. And then Mazaru, Liverpool, I'm not expecting anything, but again, just hoping for some sort of attacking return. It could be quite an open game. I do expect Liverpool to win, but Man United could definitely get a goal in that game. And then moving on to Lewis Hall, who I kind of need to play, to be honest. So I'm hoping he plays. If not, I do have Fass on the bench again. But yeah, backline doesn't look ideal really. But I'm having so many fires to power. I'm kind of just having to roll with it. Definitely, if more injuries and stuff crop up, it is kind of getting close to a wild card really. But they're not really the best situation to be in right now, but I'm just going to kind of play it and hope for the best really. So in midfield, here's my new transfer then. So I did get Nkunku out before the price drop, so I went Nkunku to Szoboszlai, as you can see there in the middle. So really, I mean the obvious one really is to go to Rodgers. So yeah, if you want to kind of play it sensible, Rodgers is probably going to be one of the most transferred in. But I don't know. I just think Szoboszlai's playing in that number 10 role. They've got decent fixtures coming up as well, Liverpool, and yeah, I mean they do tend to batter Man United, don't they? So, or at least a good game. So yeah, Szoboszlai, as he's playing that number 10 role, I do quite like him, and he's kind of a lot more attacking than last season. So he's only 6.5 mil, and I could just do it. I still don't have any money in the bank now, but Nkunku to Szoboszlai, I just thought, right, I'm going to go for it. So that was the transfer, as I said, made it before the drop. And as I said in the last video, if you are looking to kind of see how if a player's dropping, if you just Google FPL statistics, it'll come up and it kind of tells you who's going to drop in price that night. So yeah, I knew that Nkunku was going to drop. So at this point in the season, obviously I don't like doing early transfers, but I've had to do two really just to avoid, I'd be priced out if not. So I just think protecting that squad value is quite important at this stage. So yeah, Szoboszlai's in. Kept Odegaard, so Odegaard's still in there. As I said, he's kind of the next one on the list. Him and obviously Lewis Hall. But yeah, Odegaard, I'm tempted to, I could potentially upgrade Lewis Hall to an Arsenal defender once the fixtures get better. So that's something I might do, and then I could downgrade Odegaard, but we'll see, I guess, how we get on. And then Smith Rowe, Ipswich away, good fixture. He should, his minutes are increasing slightly, so he should maybe get sort of 70 minutes, 75 minutes hopefully, and obviously scored, got the bonus last time, so fingers crossed he can do the same again. And this Salah, he is kind of up for debate for captain. He does normally do quite well against Man United, so currently we've just got the vice captain. I am tempted, but I just think I'm probably just going to go for Haaland, as you can see here. So Haaland captain on the back of his hat trick, and it's not like last season where there's almost no point captaining because you don't get any gains. You do actually get quite a lot of gain. I think there's only I say only. I think he's in about 50% of teams, something like that. 59.6%. So you still will get quite a big gain on him. I just think it's probably not worth the risk at this point going against him. So if I did have like Palmer, I'd be tempted to go for him. Or potentially Saka, Brighton at home. That could be good. But obviously I don't have Palmer and I don't have Saka. So yeah, if you want a bit of a punt and you do have Saka, I quite like that. Same with Palmer, but the safe one to me does seem like Haaland. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Haaland. Solanke, he's in there. Realistically, he's probably not going to play, but I'm just kind of hoping he's 50% likely to play, so I'm just going to hope he does, but realistically, he's probably not going to risk him, and then he'll just come back after the international break. So, yeah, Solanke stays. There's no point getting rid of him now. I will want him back, once he is fit. So, international break, and then he should be back. So, Solanke, he's in there. Realistically, it's probably going to be fast again, so hopefully he can get another bullet header. But yeah, it could be a bit of a disaster this week because Hall might not start, in which case I'll probably get Fass, and then Solanke probably won't start, so in which case I'll get Winks. So I might have Fass and Winks both playing. But Winks did score in the cup, and Fass just scored. So if we can get that again, then we might be all right. But But yeah, and then Isak as well, Tottenham at home. I could do with him scoring because lots of people have got obviously Porro in defence. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, for now, it is Captain Haaland. I don't think I'm going to change it. I'll let you know on the socials again if I do change anything. But yeah, this is how we're looking. I really don't want to do a -4. So I am happy to play fast and winks and just, I'm not expecting a great score, but it's kind of like damage limitation. And then hopefully I can start to, just use these free transfers. And then we can, slowly fix the team. So yeah, that's how it's looking at the moment. If you do have any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them. And if you did, find this useful at all, just please do drop a like and please hit subscribe. And I'll catch you again after Game Week's finished next week when we go again, and it'll be another review, and then it'll be another team selection as well. So yeah, I'll catch you then. Good luck for the weekend, and I'll catch you again soon. Cheers.